You know my PlayStation belt? You know the belt that I put on eBay for $5,000? Yeah. As people contact me, and they're like, I just want a little bit more information about this belt before I make an offer. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So it was one of the convention and stuff like this. It was the Grand Champion prize for PlayStation All-Stars. It was. There was only 4 people in the battle, and it went for like 5 minutes, and I won. Yeah. But I still won. Okay, so it's grand prize, and he's like, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know. You know, look, I don't mean to offend, but look, I'm going to make you an offer and stuff. I don't think it's worth thousands, but I've got $70.
That's
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 93 of the Trusty Crowbar.
Yep.
Welcoming you guys to listen to us talk about video games.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Just helping you along with it.
I'm Lucas Whittingslow.
I'm Reese Whittingslow.
I'm Douglas Bright.
And special guest this week is a long-time listener.
Yeah, I listen
first-time caller.
Listen to the podcast a lot. Thanks, guys, for having me on. It's Tom Dean.
There he is. He's also famous. You can check him out on YouTube.
Yes.
He is actually YouTube famous.
Not on the Red Tube, though.
Not on YouTube.
Don't check out that one.
No.
That's
You can, but his face is...
Yet. Thomas, yet.
You might
Tom,
recognise me.
Welcome to a podcast. I see you've got a list there. Let's quickly go through that.
I do have a list.
That's quick enough. Yeah, Lucas.
Yep. Let's talk about that.
I do have a list. Yeah, done. Okay,
so you've got a list going from 1 to 5. I'm guessing this is your Christmas list.
Yes,
that
please.
you shouldn't be giving us because Lucas actually is not Santa. He's just fat.
He's got sort of a beard, though,
Yeah,
so
I do
thought
say
it might work.
quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get slapped a lot.
The wife does not approve of that.
Kristen had a Santa joke that she said she told a 12-year-old girl. So I'll drop her in that for telling a child this joke.
What's the
She's
joke?
like,
oh, you're going to tell us?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Why is Santa so happy?
Why?
Because he knows where all the naughty girls live.
Why did she tell a 12-year-old that?
Yeah, I don't know. So
She was like,
yeah, so the girl told her a bad joke, and for some reason, I'm assuming someone had told her that joke that day. So that was the only relevant joke that came into her head.
I'm expecting her parent, the little 12-year-old's parent, to be standing there, hold the girl's ears and go, "Oh, go your head, woman," and storm off. But
Yeah.
in full, like, anime style.
yeah. All right, let's talk about your list, Tom. We're getting carried away.
Yeah.
This is what list is this?
So, as a long-time listener, I do know usually when you get a special guest on, you ask them what their most favourite games are, their top 5. Isn't that what
Well,
you
that's
guys...
happened for like 6 years.
That's
Nor have we
a
been.
long time.
Yeah.
So you got.
Did you
gonna
write
ask
this
me?
list out like when you first heard that, just hoping you were going to be a guest one day?
I did. It's been in my pocket ever since. I have not. That's why I think I haven't watched
It
them
looks
yet.
like it. We can show the internet.
Tom's been waiting the whole time to be asked to be on the podcast. So, finally, my time's come.
Looks like there's been revisions
There
on
has
that
been.
list.
There's,
Douglas crossed the out. And there's actually an arrow for something's been switched
okay.
right down in case he forgets. Like,
Yeah, there's been a good.
Well, should we start with number 5?
Okay, yeah, you guys got to ask me the question first.
coming
though.
in at number 5.
What is your favourite games of all time?
Number 5 is Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Why's that?
Because it's just a great third-person shooter, and it encounters a lot of aspects of warfare.
What did you play
in
that
the Star
on?
Wars?
On Xbox?
PS2.
Oh,
actually.
PS2.
Yeah, it was my last game that I got on that console, and I played it quite a lot actually.
The final game of the,
I played
for the
Battlefront
generation.
1 a lot.
Yeah.
Single player.
Could you do Jedi activities?
No, and that was what I missed out on.
It was
with
pretty
number
cool,
2.
and you could
Just
do like
becoming,
space warfare too, which was quite fun.
Oh, really? You can actually fly away?
Yeah. So like you could take down not Death Stars, but like battle cruisers and stuff like that.
How do you feel about the new Battlefront coming out?
Will that be taking position 5?
It should take position 5. It just depends if DICE is that the company. Yeah, if DICE do a good job,
Well, they do the
Internet, you
Battlefield
watch
games.
out.
Yeah, it's
Number 5 could be
all the
new
dice.
one. Yeah, yeah. Listen to
Gotta
your dice.
roll the dice on that one.
There we go.
Get it out of
That's a
here.
good one.
My joke was funny.
It wasn't your joke, it was Kristen's joke,
And
right?
she got it for someone else. Like all jokes.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's a good number 5. I'm happy with that.
Well, no further questions with that
I
one.
was nervous about that one.
Reese hates Star Wars.
That is correct.
But he should like this next one. I know he likes this one. Grand Theft Auto 5
Well, yes, I enjoy
is
that game.
on the number 4.
I do.
Really?
Yep. No really questions.
Why?
Be asked about that one though.
Yeah, but
Did you get
really,
next gen?
I
GTA
did.
5?
I waited to get next gen.
By you enjoying this game, I've realised that you're not a feminazi
Yeah.
and that you didn't want to get it taken off the shelves of
He likes
Target
slapping
Kmart.
up them hookers.
I do.
Yep.
Slap them right and left with both sides of the hand. That's
That's
how you
good.
show them respect.
Yeah, that's right. It's like a double high five.
Yeah, exactly.
But you guys heard about that, right? About GTA getting taken off the shelves?
GTA's
Tajay.
taken in Australia from Target, Kmart, and Big W. I'm
Big
pretty
W now as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Target and Kmart
Luke
are
might be
both
making
owned by the
bullshit
same
backs up
parent
again.
company,
Yeah.
Lucas.
So there was
that makes sense.
there was a petition online which had tons of signatures and stuff on there, so they decided to just take it down because of
I'm
that.
going to do a shout out to someone in regards to this, that he possibly is going to come on our podcast at some stage.
And it's the CEO
Dude,
of Target.
we had a guest here already.
Yeah, another one. No,
Make
Ben
him feel
Ben
terrible.
Fleming.
Oh,
Ben Fleming.
He does. I don't know if he's actually posted it on our page or if I just simply seen it on his feed, but that Target, it seemed a bigger issue, and I think whether it just sort of coincided with the 40,000. There was only digital signatures,
Yeah,
I
it wasn't.
assume. It means nothing. Just people on Facebook have liked
all it
the
was
group.
was just sharing around all the bloody the Mothers for Life groups and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get lots of hate now.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
But the thing, it's more seemed that like they're sort of getting out of gaming per se, and I think that was just the start.
Yeah.
And
It does seem like that they're trying to retract from video
thing-
games altogether.
because it'll be a waste for them. Like, it's not their core market. Like,
No.
the thing is, and this popped up on Facebook afterwards. Good old Facebook where stuff pops up. But that more
Because they're always listening, Lucas.
But it's really Target's fault, like the way they advertise stuff. So you'd see an ad for Target, and there would be GTA on one side, however much, like being cheapest price around, and then next to that is Barbie.
Yeah.
So that's like, it's their marketing stuff that sort of...
That's a bad way.
because it's Hooker Barbie.
Yeah,
right next to
exactly.
it, yeah, so-
But it's more that they're affiliating it in the toys section.
Yeah.
Like, they would have a toy ad, and they're saying, bang, this is the toy stuff. Like, you know, it's adult content, regardless of what is or isn't in the game.
That's
It's
the
like,
thing, that you clearly wouldn't put an R-rated movie in the same page as like My Little Pony.
yeah,
And
yeah.
stuff.
I
So
don't know.
it's-
People that probably watch R-rated movies do watch My Little Pony as well.
Yes.
Because
You'd be
They're
very
messed
it's all the
up.
fedora wearing
very
neckbeards.
Yeah, it is terrible advertising, and it goes back to like the principle that people still think video games are a child's thing.
They are wrong.
They completely
So wrong.
do not see that the average gamer is actually 35 years old now,
Yeah.
Is it really?
older than us. I know. Yeah,
Factoid.
Yep.
He's
heard it here
made that
first.
fact up, so
Yeah.
don't.
A lot of
hold-
facts you'll probably hear Lucas say will be slightly wrong or incredibly wrong.
Yeah, 68% of all facts, Lucas.
And 72%,
certified, though?
72% of facts that Doug says is wrong as well.
Yeah,
that's
48% of all people know that
Now,
that's true.
The thing,
100%
the
of
thing that
people
annoyed me,
are
okay,
annoyed by
'cause-
race.
shut up. I went on the petition page just to check out
Oh, you did
to
bother
read it
checking
and
it
all
out.
that. Yeah,
I
and
feel
they said,
sorry. This would have enraged you.
It did.
particularly,
It
wouldn't
did.
it? Yeah.
that the fact that people, the person that made the page said the fact that it's a game that you can create lots of amount of violence towards women. Yes, you can. You can also do that to men, women, any colour, any race, whatever. They're mostly
Still no
the-
children, though.
Still no children. That's
The
fine.
issue, though, is that you are 3 male protagonists, and the opposite sex is a woman. If there was like a diverse range, so where there was a female protagonist that you could play as, and you could go and get a gigolo, and then kill them, that then
Here's the
evens
thing,
out
Doug.
the playing field.
I don't think any guys would actually complain at all. They'd just be like, holy shit, that's funny and stupid.
Yeah.
I did see somewhere on the interwebs, and I thought it was a fairly valid point, that in terms of female characters within it, they're normally...
It's completely
like, there's...
overboard with how they
Yeah,
describe
they're
them.
literally kind of either prozzies, it's like Michael's wife is crazy, like... They're normally pretty out. I suppose a lot of them are really over the
Every
top
character in
stereotype.
GTA is stupid. You walk up next to someone, they call the cops, or you walk up next to someone, look at them enough, and they start trying to fight you. That's GTA.
There was one lady in it that was a power lady, and she got put through propeller.
Yeah.
Bring that up.
See, but that's the thing. Like this game, it's an R18 plus game. They complain because kids play it. Don't let your kids play this game, Lucas.
I don't let my child play this game without me.
Yeah. Now, and on the page, they actually wrote the fact that you could kill a woman, you could pay for her to have sex with you, you could kill her, and then in this video, they're like, and then they set her alight while she's screaming. Now, the one thing that annoyed me a lot was the fact that she was already dead, they blew her up with a grenade, and there was a person in the background screaming.
Oh, really?
So it wasn't the woman screaming in pain, it was someone in the background going, you know, the people in the background like, "Ah! Ooh!" like that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what annoyed me more. But then someone brought up on Target's another thing with Target, and they said remove the Bible from Target, and they got 40,000. What are you doing? You burping? You burping?
I'm trying to be quiet.
And they got 40,000 signatures to remove the Bible from Target, and Target responded by going, Target actually doesn't sell the Bible. That's some pretty fascinating numbers. So good job.
Yeah.
Well, they actually, in that one where they listed to remove the Bible from sale, they copy-pasted most of the issues with Grand Theft Auto and just replaced GTA with the Bible and stuff, which is interesting stuff, just to see the hypocrisy between the two.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean.
Man, this is going to be a very controversial podcast.
I don't think... the fact they did it, you'd wonder if it really was in retaliation, or not, response is probably the word to that Facebook.
I think it was just someone being a doodle and deciding, I'm a gamer and I'm just going to see where this can go.
But I think...
But you can go around and kill... Like, this is the thing. You can go around and kill women, do that. Yep, that's in the game. Does anyone ever play Tomb Raider? You played Tomb Raider? You played the new Tomb Raider?
A little bit, yeah. She gets squashed heaps.
Do you kill any women in that, or you just kill guys? You kill a lot of guys?
Yeah,
Did
she's
you complain about
sexist.
it? Did you complain about it, Doug?
I think the big difference is that...
I didn't rape any of them, though.
However,
You can't rape anyone in Grand Theft Auto, Doug.
you were
come
sexually assaulted in Tomb Raider as the female protagonist.
No, you weren't.
Yes, you were. Right at the start of the game, the guy comes onto you.
Oh, so that's assault, is it, Lucas? He's just trying to hit on you.
Trying to...
No wonder a guy can't go at the clubs anymore. Just party and have a good time.
Look, I do believe that there is a major lack of a female protagonist, strong female protagonist in video games and stuff like this, and especially with all the issues and stuff that has been going on recently with all that.
Trying to sound suave or something?
No, like I completely
He's covering
agree.
his mouth a lot because he
like,
doesn't...
shit, my wife could probably listen
No,
to this
because he's
podcast.
not believing what he's saying.
Brownie
Like,
comments.
that's what you're like, no, it needs to be, oh, man.
Doug's
All in
watched a
all-
season of
Daisy
He knows.
Nukem.
Daisy.
All in all, I would say I'm a feminist. Men and women equal. That's should be paid the same amount of money. That's
Yeah.
what should happen. But just this is a bit far. It's a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Bit extreme, I believe.
I think it's silly. I mean, back to what you were saying as well, Lucas, with the lack of female protagonists. I think that's as well how the story was structured, because that's what Rockstar came out and said. The reason why there's no female protagonist is because the whole story is driven by their testosterone and by all their egos and how they
I
clash.
completely
Like, it's-
understand that in terms of the actual gameplay
Yeah.
story, but the marketing on it when they had this female on all the posters, and you were like, "Oh, cool! There's some female which you never saw in the video game."
Lindsay
at all.
Lohan?
Lindsay Lohan, yeah.
That's exactly like her.
So you can sort of see the difference. Like it's marketed,
For
not as
women
just a
to-
video game
yeah.
for everyone. It's marketed as like, hey, here's a game where you're a dude and there's some sexy chick and stuff that's in the game which you never get to see.
Generally speaking, games like that we're talking about, big action games, like normally some sort of set piece, you think of an action movie, there's definitely could not be as many female lead characters from a movie. So everyone wants to, all of a sudden, it seems to be like the last 12, 18 months, people have been getting really up in arms and having a go at like all the big developers that why don't you have a main character? Well, movies haven't been worried about it for however many years.
And games is the young industry at the minute. Like we are now just going through like the teenage years of video games as an
So we're
industry.
being a bit naughty. A little bit naughty.
It's just being adventurous,
There's one game.
adventurous in our teenage years. Jeez.
There's one game that actually has come out and explained and done it very well with a lot of different things that's in it. The fact that Dragon Age Inquisition Like, I didn't even really research this game that much, but I've watched a couple of videos and stuff. There's a homosexual sex scene in it, and they do that fine. They don't make out like it's a massive big deal. Like, some people walk in the room, like your team walks in, like, whoa, oh, and then they're just like, oh, it's nothing.
What is this?
Like, a lot of people don't care, and they're just like, just let him be. Like, who cares? That's fine. And there's also another part in it where there's a transgender character. So it's a chick that is a dude, in a way. Yeah. And, like, they make it, like, the whole conversation, it's just, like, a simple conversation, like, oh, like, he asks her a question, she's just like, how am I any different in a way? Like, there's no difference.
I think the main issue that's actually out there is there is some major douchebag guys as gamers that have no true respect for women or even a good understanding and belief that women actually play video games as much as guys do.
Well, there was that one gamer review girl, I can't remember exactly what her name was, that she put stuff up on YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff of her reviewing games.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Huh?
Anita.
You need a what?
I'll get
Can't
her
be
name.
so rude, Lucas.
Yeah, no time
We're in the middle of a podcast.
Right, so yeah, she put up like all these reviews of games and stuff and did like Let's Plays, I think, and all that.
Her name is Anita Sarkeesian.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she pretty much got a lot of like rape things sent to her and stuff on Facebook or maybe YouTube and all that. Now, the best thing that she did was she literally went on Facebook, searched through their Facebooks, found their mothers and told their mothers what they were doing.
That's awesome.
And she did it. She got in contact with a lot of them and she thought the mums were going to be like, go off, but they were just like, that little bastard. Like, just full on how to go at their kids. So she actually did really well.
You should be raising your children to respect all people.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous that there is
But that's a bigger... All of this stuff is like probably bigger issues than just video games in general.
Yeah, it is
Obviously,
amazing. I think video games are just at the forefront because it's the easy target in terms of like
target. Bit of a
We've gone
throwback.
full circle.
Well, I think it's hard. I guess it's really hard for us to be objective, given that we're all male. So you always like you don't.
How do you know I'm a male duck?
Shut your face. And you don't ever. Well, it's not stuff you actually experience firsthand in the world.
Yeah,
so it's really hard to have any. Like the opinion just varies a little bit, but from just a gaming perspective, or from my perspective. Like in terms of female characters in games, like a little bit different from what happens to female characters in a game. But playing one yourself, like I don't know, I like a lot of action orientated games, and I think for the most part, I'd find it more believable that that's a male.
Sexist.
Yeah.
Agree.
Okay.
A majority of people that play video games, statistics show that it's males. Whenever I play a game, if I play like an open world game that you can create your character,
we're
I'm
bringing up more made up statistics again. So let's call this episode the made up Statistically Speaking. There's your episode title.
Doug, I get to pick the episode title.
He'll just add an extra word to the end.
But statistically speaking, Lucas, it's something I've said throughout the podcast.
But like anytime I make a character, I always make a male character. I've never in a game made a female character.
But there's some males you speak to anytime it's like RPG, they play female every time. Especially if it's more like an anime style game. Some people, like just a few mates I had, they're like, no, always play. And I'm like, okay, but that might say more about himself.
I picked a female character in what's that most recent one? Sunset Overdrive. But because I could give her a beard. And it was hilarious. It's like, this looks so
But see, in that game, I feel that I wouldn't really care about the character at all. Like, do you end up caring about the character?
No, you just... It's a character like, whoa, dude, like, I don't even have rollerblades, and this is not Jet Set Radio, whoa.
Yeah, because it is so... But then versus any, like, Skyrim, Morrowind, any of those guys, or even then Fallout, you'd sit staring at your character screen so long, putting armor on them, it seems like you play with them, so it's the character, you'd probably care more, like, you would choose male for that.
Yeah.
Yep. For full-on RPG.
Because Luke always tries to pick the character that he would want to look like.
Yeah, exactly.
Me too as well. Most of my characters are always buff, and I'm just like...
I'm going to make me, but prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty me.
But then, is that like Call of Duty? Like, I don't know what that... We could probably look it up. What's the statistics of... more female. Statistics? Yeah, females in the actual
like characters.
Defense. No, just like I wonder in Defense Force how many female characters, how many females are actually in active combat roles.
I honestly can't name more than 4 female main leads in games.
Yeah, everyone
Like,
obviously
that's
goes
the sad
Tomb
thing.
Raider.
Yeah,
But at least they did a
Croft.
really good job with that in the latest one.
Let's see if you can actually name 4 now. You've given yourself a amount of numbers.
Statistically speaking,
You can just say the games, okay? You can say the games.
Lara Croft,
Yep.
Cortana.
Who's that?
Halo. You guys hate Halo, so let's
He
not
does
talk
Hang on,
about
wait. Is there a game? Is she a main character in the
Yeah,
game?
she's like the.
Is that a character you are, bud? You're
Nah,
playing?
nah.
Okay, that's not counted. You're back to 1.
Well, then
Shepherd.
Fem Shep.
Yeah.
Then
Never
I
played her.
really don't think I
I
can
played
name
this
more
Fem.
than
It's
one.
really good.
See, but Fem Shepherd. No, she is actually on the
But
cover.
then that's
on one of them.
BioWare again, because they seem to do... So they seem to always stay out of trouble.
Did
Except
BioWare
when
do?
they-
Hang on, what BioWare do?
Oh, I accidentally seen one of the endings to
Jesus.
Mass Effect 3.
Oh!
I've been trying to stay away from it for like 4 years.
Well, you thought clicking on Mass Effect 3 ending wasn't the wrong thing to click?
No.
He's looking around. He's like, oh, I accidentally did it.
No.
Oh.
Top 10 death scenes from end of movie, end of game.
Is it one where you leave a chick behind or something?
Don't know, because as soon as they said Mass Effect, they're like, damn it! And they like skip forward in the video because I didn't want to see.
Did you see any of it?
No. So all I know...
So you didn't see it?
No, but I still know
You're talking shit, dog!
someone died. One of the main
Everyone
characters.
dies.
People,
It's a Mass
you
Effect
kill
game.
people all the time in that game. Of course someone's going to die.
Well, didn't want me to die. I've already died one time in Mass Effect 2 and they come back.
And one.
You died
And
in
it
end
probably
of
would
one?
You
happen in
die at
3
the
as
end
well.
of every one, basically.
Not at number one.
That's,
Because,
that's
Doug,
the ending ruined.
Get
then,
it, Doug?
isn't it?
It's a big, it's a big pun because your name's Shepherd. You're just a sheep following all the other people dying.
It's the sheep to death, mate.
Yep. What?
Yeah.
Sheep to death.
Sheep to death. Sheep.
Yeah, sorry,
shit.
we're
What
naming.
what were we?
Where we're up to.
right.
Number two.
Yeah, so the podcast got deep.
Yeah.
But to not make it so deep, number 3 on the list.
No, wait. We're going back to bloody.
Oh,
we're going
man.
to the female
Yeah, I
protagonists.
wanted.
Oh, right.
We've
yeah,
got
yeah.
Lara Croft.
Oh,
okay, look,
right.
Lucas. Don't search it up.
I've got to search it
No,
up. I
don't
just
you
want to
dare
see
search
what
it.
ones
Let's
pop
see.
up.
Let's see if we play enough games to know. Mirror's Edge chick. I don't know what her name was.
Yeah, Last Ellie. Is that her name?
Oh,
Last
yes.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
you
have
do
even
play
thought
her.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
But you haven't-
overlook female characters.
Yeah. Sexist. So we got 3. We
Yeah.
got one more. Can we think of one? Lucas, you need to come up with one. We'll give Doug the Last of Us
Yeah.
one.
Oh, come on!
I'll give you Mirror's Edge. You're good for that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
what do you get?
so
you doing?
I've been recently playing Transistor. Then that's got a female lead
I
in
don't
that
know
one.
what that is. So.
That's Supergiant
That's an
game.
indie game. We don't
That's it.
classify
Indie
it.
game.
Triple A titles.
You don't classify.
Do you feel
indie
for the
games.
character? Is it
Actually,
a story
yes.
where you're just like, oh my god? I bet you feel more for the sword. Don't you?
Isn't
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Samson? What's off Super Nintendo? Metroid. Isn't
Samus.
that-
Metroid.
Samus.
Samus. There we go.
Samus.
There we go.
I
That's
didn't know
4.
what her name was, but
Yeah.
But the fact that we
That would have blown people away back
It did.
then.
Oh,
yeah.
Literally, like, just taking off the zoom. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those pixelated boobies.
Princess is probably a good example of female character.
Are you serious? What's her real name, Doug?
Princess.
Oh,
No,
serious?
Princess
Peach.
Peach.
You're
Yes.
hopeless. You do take. Oh. There's a 64 over there, Doug.
Yep.
In your lounge room.
Gathering dust.
Gathering dust, you jerk. Alright, let's go to your list then.
Yeah. So, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Sorry, I think we need to have a recap. The list has been so slow. It's
yeah.
like coming in at number 5.
Yeah. Okay, coming in at number 5. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yep.
Number 4.
Grand Theft Auto 5. It would have been good if it came in at 5 because
True.
say 5 twice.
Number
It was
3.
Number 3.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which one?
Why? Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Well, that was the thing. I couldn't choose just one.
Well, you have to.
But I didn't want to have a whole list of Pokemon.
This would be
Yeah, just-
another
just
good
Pokemon.
conversation about Pokemons
you better
that
not
I
get a
can't be part
Pokédex.
of.
Yeah, the Pokemon.
I have a Pokedex.
Do
You
you
know
really?
the old like ones that yeah.
Yeah, they were
Do
cool.
you guys remember looking at like a Pokédex and going, that would be the best mobile phone ever?
Yeah, and now we have that and we're like, oh, so slow. I hate it.
What is your favorite? What is your favorite Pokemon game? Out of all of them, out of 64, like Stadium, Snap, and then all your Pokemon Game Boy games. That's it.
Probably
That is it.
Pokemon Stadium 2.
Oh, really? They're just the battle.
And the minigames. Love the minigames.
Can't even remember the minigames.
I don't even
I
know.
was brought up on that.
Know about it, so.
Yeah, I was probably...
You were brought up on minigames?
Yeah, basically a solid diet of minigames every 3 times a day.
Back at his mum's shop, it was always good when Mum used to look after his mum's shop because in the back he had a 64 hooked up.
Pokemon Stadium, all day, every day.
Just little couch.
Oh, Super Smash Brothers should have been on this list somewhere.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
no.
too bad. You made the
Pokemon
list.
Smash Bros.
So
Well,
you say
Pikachu's in
Pokemon
Smash
Stadium
Bros,
2 is the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, lock it in, Eddie.
Yeah. Well, I actually played Pokemon Snap for 2 nights in a row.
Oh, did you?
really?
Yeah.
It's
Holy
good, isn't it?
shit, is a good
It's
game.
so much fun.
Such a simple game on rails, but
But when you get like the apple and you're like,
Yeah.
yes, I can finally like
Yeah.
throw it and they could walk
Yeah.
to somewhere else, and then you get like the little gas
Pestiball.
one,
Stun
the
thing?
pestiball.
Yeah.
Ah,
me and
So
me
good.
and mate Mace, we've been playing that, and we're getting very excited. And it's good because every time we have a go, we swap, and we have a competition of who's taking good photos.
yeah.
He took a photo that had a couple more points less than mine, so you can, and then it goes, you can pick to save which one, and the dog deleted my photo.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Had a good photo of Dratini, no, Dragonite.
Oh, that's a hard one to get, too.
the sounds of that's cool, especially throwing the apple with like the
Well, I actually really like
and
the
then
fact
hitting
that
Pikachu, and it's like just dunk.
You'd spam the button, and it'd be like... "Ooh."
They,
Oh,
Yeah, you do that, and it gets really annoying to whoever's playing with you. It's great.
I like it because the Pokemon actually have proper voices instead of like that, like the Game Boy noise, yeah. Which is quite annoying
Diglett,
and
right.
frustrating.
yeah, that's it. You got it.
Whereas on it, I was very, very persistent, and I don't know what other word I'm going to use, but I really wanted to get Sarda, and then got it, Saver! And then he flies off, and I was very happy. It made me very happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why haven't they made another?
I've
Yeah.
always said Pokemon Snap on a Wii U with the controller,
Like
like a
this.
camera.
Yeah.
Holy shit balls!
Yeah.
But
Tweet it to
open
him.
world.
I could tweet it.
Tweet it.
Tweet.
It gets done. Okay, we say it right now. This game is coming out in 2016.
Yep.
We generally, you do hear things here first.
Yeah. I
You
heard
do
that,
hear made up stuff
ironically-
here first, but it ends up being true.
People actually
Statistics
listened.
shows
Yeah.
that you guys nailed the Grand Theft Auto 5 in first person.
Yep,
Yeah.
we did.
I think the internet told us that first. But
Douglas,
so, number 2.
leave your cup there, Lucas, because you're going to spill it.
Yeah, that was really close.
Stupid fool.
Number 2. This was a tough one.
Stop.
No, you're not happy with it already. But
No, he's got rotations.
Oh, he's got rotation.
yeah,
Yes.
so you're going to be not happy
So
with
it's
number
even
1.
worse.
Yeah.
Okay. What's number 2?
This one was hotly debated, as you can see. There was a switchy line.
Yeah, switchy lines.
Yep.
Double arrows.
Kingdom Hearts
Which one?
2.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Or 2.5.
Did you know 2.5 is just the remake?
Yeah.
No, 2's like the
Remix.
remake's out now? Are
Yeah.
you willing to get that?
Well, I don't have any money, man.
I'm so broke. This is my number 2 game of all time, but nah,
But
just
otherwise, you
cannot
would.
afford it.
If
Yeah,
you had
I
just
would. I would.
had some spare
Whoa,
money.
so what are you going to do because you're moving?
I'm not
What are
going to
you
have a PlayStation.
You can't take your PlayStation because they're going to be like, mate, you're going on a holiday. Why are you taking your PlayStation?
Yeah.
You're like, I just want to play my games over in America.
Yeah,
So you can't do that.
it's going to be tough.
Just use the remote play.
Have it hooked up over here.
Mum's like, why is my internet bill so high? No reason.
And then you'll be going, why am I lagging so much?
But I'm still beating
Get a
everyone.
Sony Xperia, whatever specific.
Z3.
Yeah, whichever one you need, and off you go. Take
Yeah.
a dual shock controller
Could do
and
that.
get your mum to get the NBN, get some fibre optic internet. You'll be
Shut
laughing.
up, Doug.
Imagine the lag though from Albury, Australia to New York City though.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
That
Like,
cable.
You're like, turn.
I would give it way more. Like, that'd be.
No, but also
it'd be frame by frame. It'd be.
it'd
straight
be
away.
just straight. That's what I meant. Like
Yeah.
a straight turn around. You're like, dang it.
Too far. These puzzle games, they're too hard. Yeah, so what makes you enjoy Kingdom Hearts?
It's fun. It was just a fun game.
That is a
basically.
good reason.
See, I've never played Kingdom Hearts 2, and which made me so confused at playing Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop.
the Game Boy one?
No, the one on 3DS.
Yeah.
So there's all this Zina Heart, and there's all these other things, and
It did get weird,
confusing.
but I just loved it as well because of the story. I mean, in the first one, the story was it was pretty good.
Well, I nearly cried at the end of. I'd probably cried.
Yeah,
at the end of
like
Kingdom Hearts
at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, I remember searching YouTube for like hours trying to find like all of the cinematics from like Kingdom Hearts 2 to watch it like a movie because it was that good.
I'm confused how this game is a game.
Because Square Enix were just like, hey, Disney, what's up?
Yeah.
Basically.
Square Enix. I didn't even know those guys made it.
Square Enix
Square
did it.
Enix, yeah.
So it's all Final Fantasy characters.
Aren't they Deus Ex?
And
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Well, then maybe
And
they'll
Final
be in the
Fantasy.
next ones.
They're the Final Fantasy guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Square Enix mixed... Oh, maybe Agent 47 might be in the next few. The next Kingdom
And-
Hearts
Well,
as well.
they
Vader?
they actually said Kingdom Hearts 3. They're not ruling out Star Wars and Marvel as being in the game.
Yeah, I've seen a fake poster that someone's done up, and it's like Sora standing with Iron Man and Darth Vader.
So good.
That would be very.
But it'd be
cool.
really annoying if they tied into Disney Infinity.
What's the
Might be happy about
universe
that.
Yeah, they
of
probably
the
will.
game? What's the premise?
All of them, basically.
Yep. How
So-
do they mix that?
Well, you're Sora, the protagonist, and basically you're on this random world that gets attacked by the Heartless. So
You
they're
forgot
the
to
bad
mention,
guys.
did you have goofy feet?
Yeah. Oh, you've got really big feet.
Oh,
As
good.
well. That's
This
So you're
is
goofy.
a big
That's
point.
a big
big-
plot hole, by
big
the
thing.
way. Yeah. And anyway, so they attack your world explodes, and you go into this Disney world, Traverse Town, and you meet like Goofy and Donald, and they're trying to find Mickey and stop all this because worlds are just disappearing and blowing up because of these Heartless that are destroying people.
Would this be the only, like, of recent times good Disney game?
Yep.
It is the only good Disney game,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Same.
And it's not
Yeah.
a Disney game.
Yeah, it's Square Enix. Yeah.
Just someone licensed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't happen very often, would it?
No. That's why.
Licensing.
No, like
It wouldn't be-
no, that way though.
It's
like,
very
not-
rare that it's happening now.
Yeah.
The fact that Disney's just, cracked the whip.
That's probably why
No,
it's
that's
so
what I
good
mean.
too,
Like,
Yeah.
it seems weird from that way.
Yeah.
It's probably why it's so good too, because Disney very rarely give out their characters and their licenses. So they'd be like, "Okay, this story's fantastic. You'll give me money to
Have Donald
have my
done?
characters." Yeah.
You'd wonder how they broker a deal. I feel it'd get real bitchy.
I guess they'd sit around
yeah.
a table and talk.
yeah,
just
that
like
makes
this.
sense.
Well, all
Something
they
like
would have to say was, hey, you want your characters in a game that doesn't suck? They'd have gone, yeah, okay. Cool.
But I mean, as in just good old corporate greed. Even
Yeah.
once
Oh,
that
yeah.
franchise starts getting good, but then that can start to hurt them once they're like, well, give us more money, or maybe it's just done as a percentage of profit.
Yeah,
That'd be easier,
probably.
I suppose.
Now, number one then.
All right, number one.
Number one.
Is something we're skipping over. So, moving on. No.
So James, what's your number one?
Yeah. So anyway, Kingdom Hearts is number 2. So I read it the wrong way around because I had to switch your line. NBA 2K series.
Yep.
Just
In general,
The next generation every time it
every
comes
single
up.
one.
Yep.
Do you know?
I'm one of those people.
I have to
How did
tell
you go? Did you find an
I bought one.
Did you measure your face and it came out horrible? Scan your
No.
face?
oh, you
Didn't
scanned
actually.
your face.
Yeah, I scanned my face in.
How'd
That
it go?
actually
You guys
excites
can
me.
do a thing if you want in the next 3 weeks before I leave. If you want
I
to
think.
have a,
Ooh.
because I've got a camera that I never use, so
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
you can have a
Use
play
that.
with it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I actually use you as a metaphor to sell and upsell to the Kinect and the PlayStation camera at work. I say to people, they're like, well, what am I going to have the Kinect for? So I go through like a few things and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you can do this, you do this. But games, what you can do is, especially like an NBA, take a photo of yourself. All right, it'll take a 3D photo, put you in the game, and I actually said to him, I say, it's really funny. I got a friend who's done it. He sent me a picture of him. All right, this guy, he's not tall and he's not black, but it looks just like him. And then I'm like, oh!
That's so funny.
So how
Yeah.
did your character come out looking
Well,
like
it took
you?
like 3 goes.
Yeah.
The first one, it came out and my eyebrows were like up here and my eyes, it was not that great.
Yeah.
The second time, it printed my eyes on my eyelids. So
Oh,
like,
wow.
it would be like digital
Freaky.
eyes, and then I would close my eyes and it would be my regular ones. So,
Oh,
you know, like
That's-
Captain
yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Sparrow in the
That's
movie
awesome.
and stuff,
Yep.
which was pretty cool.
Can you tweak your character after that happens?
Nah, it's
Oh.
like you've got to decide.
So once if you do that one, it is what it is.
That's annoying because it would have been
That's
cool. Like you're like, oh, cool, let's make Jack Sparrow.
That's
Yeah.
weird that they don't give you any degree. I would have thought
'Cause, like, you might be like,
they'd let
that's
you
really
tweak a
bad.
few
Yeah.
things, just
Well-
because I would have assumed stuff would have broken.
Yeah.
So
you
they'd
can
let
change like your bone structure and stuff.
So
you.
it's
Oh,
like
you can't
Mario
change where
64.
the skin is.
Yeah.
Is that right? So it's like Mario 64. The start screen.
Exactly like that.
Can you remember playing Mario 64?
Yeah, I remember that one when you drag Bowser's face and
Mario's.
Yeah.
You're talking like
that's
Doug.
Mario Party. Right.
Yeah.
Dude, Lucas, you should be able to probably answer this. Does the Xbox One let your what's its me style character called? Your avatar?
Avatar, yeah.
Just called an avatar. That makes sense. Can you use the camera to make your face look vaguely like you? Is that they were showing tech pre
I think
Xbox One? Was that a thing that actually become?
No, I think it is. I can't remember if I did, but I'm pretty sure it did take a photo of me, and it turned into like this me into a fat character. So I completely.
So it definitely works.
So I completely said, no, that's not me. Revert to old me, and it did. Yeah. The actual Wii U did that as well. It's like, hold this up to your face. It literally held it up to the face and then gave me like this super droopy square face with wrinkles. And I was like, all right, Nintendo, what are you trying to say there, mate?
Nintendo off. Nintendo.
Yeah, I actually use it for that too. It's not that great, but if I've got my hands not free, so like
the voice commands.
Yeah, so I've got my PlayStation set up. So my coffee table's right next to the camera. So I press the button and go off and do whatever while it boots up, and then I come in and it logs me in, and I just go, PlayStation start. And
you're talking about for the PlayStation?
Yeah.
So it works just the same. Voice commands work just as good.
Yeah, you just say PlayStation and what command you want. I mean, there's not that many. Like, I couldn't say PlayStation order me a sandwich or something, but I've never wanted a sandwich when I played Grand Theft Auto, so
I don't know.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Sandwiches are pretty good, man.
Yeah, they are.
They're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You should try it one day.
Oh, one day. I'll dare to dream.
Yeah, one of those special sandwiches. So.
Yeah.
When do you
like
think
Ted and what's his face eat?
Cameras will be good for console?
Which one? Cameras?
Yeah, when will they be good?
That will be good once they're actually bundled with both consoles.
2017, you heard it here first.
Statistics have shown.
Yep.
Well, do you think the current gen consoles have enough horsepower to have really good voice and face recognition?
Yeah, they do. The Xbox One does really well. Like, I can walk in the room and it's like, hey, Lucas, and I'm like, hey.
What's up?
And you always feel awkward and shy because it's a female. You're like, oh, hi. Hi, Xbox.
What are you doing here, Xbox?
Look, actually, you can go into the Kinect settings and there's a button, I think you can press Y, and it says, see what else I can see. And it shows you like the night vision, and it's like so much more detailed of like literally like the wrinkles in your shirt and stuff and everything. So you go from like just the nice, film look of the colours and stuff, then it's the black and white, and you literally see all the rolls and everything.
Did you guys know why night vision is always in green?
I have heard this, but forgotten.
Because your eyes can only see that colour that's reflected from it.
No, your eyes can see. There's a higher spectrum of, like the highest spectrum of colour you can see is of green, out of all the other colours. So you can see more.
That's why
there
is more shades of green.
Yeah, like
there's
obviously so much green around. You can differentiate all the different colours of green.
All the different greens.
Pretty interesting.
Reese, were you? Well, I know I don't have to ask.
You should do
pretend question and say, were you excited? Because I know you were excited that Uncharted 4,
yes,
The Thief's End.
A Thief's End.
What the hell?
Practice that for 10 minutes and we still...
I'm fine with that.
I guess
it's so stupid.
I guess it's meant to be about just one thief, so they had to call it A Thief's End. However...
He's Bell End?
I guess it's still the same if you say a thief. Like when you're talking in...
When you say thieves, it means plural in a way. So
yeah.
No,
but you could also be talking about...
Oh, it's a single thief,
person. It's a single thief.
His end.
Yeah, a thief's end. Oh. But you could
it's the end of a thief versus thieves, plural.
I still don't think it's the end of him.
No, it's his brother. Oh, also his brother at the end of the trailer. So I'm assuming his brother dies.
Yep, that's what I'm guessing.
I was like, oh, good, someone else to die.
Yeah.
Or he just takes it over.
Yeah.
He continues the story as
but
protagonist.
Nathan Drake's the best.
Yeah.
One of the best protagonists out there.
That wouldn't be that good, though. His older brother takes over the franchise.
And then it's like, I can't jump up there because of my crippling arthritis.
I'm too old. The same with like Die Hard reboot and just every...
I'm guessing that the brother will probably double cross him and like be a bit, take everything that he can. in the game. Instead of like Nathan, who like tries to do everything right, but in his own way, the brother would just get greedy because brothers suck.
And my assumption is going to be where Nathan Drake is, he's the good, all-round good guy, like they like pretty stock standard action hero.
Other than shooting people in the face.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to bring us back to something we were discussing earlier and stuff. Naughty Dog, okay, their games are phenomenal. At the top
10
of like video
10.
games.
Good scripting,
Good scripting.
Yep.
voice acting,
Yep. However,
cast.
exactly. Now, you are like the main protagonist is a male, but the other characters are not just wishy-washy female characters.
Yeah.
They're actually strong, independent women in those
They
games.
don't need no man.
They don't need no man.
Yeah.
And that's what I think actually carries the game into, like, that all the characters are these strong,
They had the
realistic
girl from
people.
Farscape.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And the fact they have
I
a
don't know her
fast
name.
who's like tough as anyway.
So, like, that's why these games are just so good and actually appeal to a much broader audience.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Kristen. I was like, I felt that she could sit there and watch this game being played because there's all little,
She'd probably more get frustrated at the fact how shit you are at it.
that would
She'd be
definitely
like,
happen.
Doug, stop dying. I want to watch this game.
Yeah.
You're like, because this is tough.
You missed last week. Doug started playing Assassin's Creed Unity, and he was climbing inside the building, and he's like at this ledge, and he's like, the character's doing this, just going, and he's like, just grab onto the other ledge, and he's like yelling at the character. I'm like, Doug, do you have to push another button or something? And he's like, I don't know. And then the character goes. And I'm like, how does that happen?
That was the bug that was in the game. So Doug then updated and fixed it.
Was it?
No, I'm joking. Doug just shit at the game. That's all.
I get angry.
Yeah. But Uncharted 4, oh my god, I cannot wait. These are the games that make me love PlayStation. This is why
PlayStation
bought a PS4.
became our proprietary console,
Yeah.
our number one.
Naughty Dog.
So my main little gripe, I guess I would say, with the whole story, I'm like, super cool, no graphic in it, like there was no real user interface at all. It was just, yep, here,
Clean.
look how pretty it is. When you picked up a gun, there was one little, semi-transparent, like telling you what gun you had down in the left corner, but it was fairly unobtrusive. But yeah, what Reese is saying is like, where I was like, press triangle, clearly here's an action thing. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, why did they have to throw a big triangle in the middle of the screen? I'm like, I felt they could have just done.
Well, it's not as like intrusive as what God of War is, where it's just like literally a big triangle. It's like getting pushed, and you're just like, you need to press this button.
A shake weight or something? Is it?
But did the Last of Us things just glowed? Did that happen in the Last of Us? Like items that you could pick up, did they just have a slight glow?
Yeah, they had just had a slight glow.
Yeah, that's what I prefer in a game. And actually, BioShock Infinite had that. Although you could turn that off. Did I talk about the fact that last time I started playing BioShock Infinite that you can turn off almost the entire HUD?
Every time you talk about BioShock, you tell me you start again, Doug, and it really frustrates me.
No, because I've only ever started against once, and that's still the same.
I can't remember what episode, but I do remember you saying that like it changes everything. Like you notice things a lot more.
And Dishonored.
And I think you actually said, "I'm playing it like Lucas plays it."
What? Not at all.
Long time listener. This guy knows his shit.
Yeah.
Our only fan.
I got nothing. I forgot what I was talking about.
Anyway,
then Reese pointed out when I was like, yeah, the damn triangle. I'm like, it seemed like to me that they'd put so much effort into having everything clean, and then bang, hey, you're playing a game, press triangle.
Yeah.
And then Reese pointed out, it was probably a fairly valid point. He's like, that's to remind you, you're playing a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
This is not press A.
Press triangle.
Why?
Yep. I don't know what the translation.
It is why. Yeah, you're right.
Not something I've played, but I did see and I enjoyed it.
Is this a segue?
Yep.
Jesus.
It was pretty good. It was a quick one. We can come back. But Far Cry 4 for PC supports PlayStation 4 controller natively.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's
Yep.
cool. That's
and
awesome.
it actually comes up with like the PlayStation 4 buttons telling you to press
That's
PlayStation
nice.
buttons.
Do you think that's going to be something we're going to see a bit more often?
Hope so. Like given that those guys have done it. So, but apparently there's been others that have done it as well.
Still don't
You
find
play-
Far Cry 4 as a gripping game as Far Cry 3. I've played it for a couple of hours and still have not felt like I'm in the world of Karat. See, I don't even know the name. Crochet. Let's call it Crochet.
Tibet.
Yeah, whereas like the other one, Far Cry 3, I just straight up felt straight into it. It was hectic. Shit was going down, and I had to do what I had to do. But this one was like,
I felt
play
after
the game.
Never played really past the opening sort of chapter in terms of where you get to the open world. Once I got to the open world, I started doing like a go and kill 7 wild animals, and I was like, and make a purse, and I was like,
I don't
fuck
like
this.
purses.
I was like,
Far Cry 4 takes it one step more. It's you can skin animals, right? You can make a purse, but you make a purse to put more animal skins into, so that then you can go throw those animal skins at people.
Yeah.
And like organs of animals and stuff.
Oh, that's a bad,
So it's kind of like
a bad weapon, though.
what's that?
Well, you throw it down so that like a random bear will just like come and attack all the people. It's kind of hilarious.
It's very similar to Epic Mealtime. So you just put an animal in another animal in another animal, and then you just
Shake it all up.
throw it up,
Shake weight.
shake weight.
That's what my hard drive's called at home, actually.
Shake weight.
Shake weight.
Really?
Yep, I can vouch for that.
Is it a horrible hard drive that just?
Yeah, it is,
Yep.
actually. It's one of the ones that needs a power cable.
That's good. That's fun.
Whoever-
Back in the day when you needed those.
You've ever moved a hard drive when it's been on, like rotated
Oh
around
god, they
like
feel
this?
cool.
And like one way it actually flows with you, and the other way you're like forcing gravity to
that
like
bad
completely
for
go
it?
against.
No,
Yeah.
Drew.
Okay.
Oh.
Statistics show.
One in every 4 people will.
I think
Do this.
some open world games, I used to think that was the way that just all games had to go. Like, yep, this is the best.
Open world.
Yeah, and there are still elements of that I really enjoyed, like in terms of from Far Cry 4 or like any of the Far Cry series really, or since 2. And then given that I've been playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed, and then you just get in, because like seeing some of the stuff just unfold and happen around you is really cool when there are unique sort of moments that happen. Like I was playing just before, and a guy seemed to fall out of the sky. And the other thing was he was like dressed slightly different to everyone else, and he was really tall.
As I said,
That's actually
Doug,
creepy.
What's your caper?
in the
And he was
1500s,
green.
alien abductions happened a lot. So
And they just dropped him back. He's like, keep going. Like,
I'm late.
but I actually seem like somewhat missed just the little bit more on the, use Reese's term from before, like on the rails sort of shooter, like, but like something that was really heavily story driven and like really heavily chapter driven as well. Like
I think
hey, there was a
when
Rambo game that came out. I heard that was really good. That's a lot.
I don't
like-
think Doug's talking about specifically on rail shooter.
yeah, I mean,
Those are terrible.
No, I just mean like Half-Life too. Like for me, like
I
in
think the
fact-
games that we can actually think back on, like the first-person shooters, which really connect with us a lot, and we remember a lot, like Bioshock Infinite, Half-Life and stuff. These are the ones which are not open world at all.
Yeah.
And like, try and think back to a really great open world game right now, apart from GTA.
Skyrim, Fallout.
That's an MMO, though, so it's sort of different.
Yeah, but
No, it's not. Skyrim.
Oh, wait. I've never played Skyrim.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty, see you guys.
It's an MMO. Just go.
But I enjoy open world games, so not saying that they shouldn't exist. And like obviously like sometimes really good, but then sometimes like everything I've sort of been hearing about like Far Cry, and then always my feelings say on Just Cause 2. And did we talk about the fact Just Cause 3 has been announced?
Yeah.
We did?
Yep.
But I felt like they'd made like really cool game mechanics. It's really pretty looking, and then just the story and everything else just gets missed.
I think it takes systemically to make the game work. You have to make a lot of elements work together in random events which happen within the game, and that's like an open world game. And you can't put as much effort into creating a really great user experience with a single linear story. That you can completely control what happens in one area. And
Well, you need to make for those games. You need to make a lot happen in a short period of time, because a lot of open world games, most of the time, is getting from A to B. That's for sure. And then you get distracted and things
and
like
that
that.
can get grindy and stuff. Although like, I don't know, GTA, it never felt like that too much. Like
because they always trick you with the conversations always happen on the drives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
not really trick you. You can clearly see what happens.
And lots of hookers.
Yeah,
I have not come across one at all in GTA 5.
For real?
Yeah. I have played Skyrim,
There's
though.
one. There's
So.
one literally outside of Franklin's house, like at night.
Oh, really?
The first
I
house
have
Didn't know
not
that.
even
Someone's
gone.
been lurking
Is
for
it his
them.
auntie?
Have not even gone looking for them. So.
She hooks near her house.
I didn't know it was his
Look at
sister.
Luke. Luke's just trying to get some brownie points for something. I haven't been looking for him.
No,
at
seriously.
all.
Okay.
Women.
I actually
for this
did
one.
not think they were in GTA 5 since GTA 3. You remember when the
Yeah.
issues with GTA 3?
yeah.
So in my head, I didn't even
Didn't we have the naughty GTA 3?
We still do. Yeah. I didn't even think that they would even introduce them back into the game after an issue with that.
Well, they
Yeah,
got
I
an
don't-
R rating plus rating, so I'm sure they can do what they want.
No, but can you actually pick one up in your car?
Yeah, and you can have sex with them
Yeah.
in first person.
BJ.
Really? You've done it, obviously.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
I
the video.
haven't.
The video that they put up on that Target bloody removal thing
Reese.
was a video from that.
Can you inlay some footage just down here?
Of the sex scene. Yeah. I'll just copy and paste the one from YouTube.
Well, I'll go and make one, upload it.
Yeah,
Do it.
there we
Just
go.
say, Doug having a good time. Ho, 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 this is funny. You do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be you, by the way.
Well, I guess that's it for this week's episode.
That's it.
Of the Trusty Crowbar. Thank you, Internet, for listening. Thank
Yes.
you, listeners on
Thank
your phone,
you,
for listening.
Lucas's mum.
On your tablets.
I use my computer to listen.
Do you?
Yes.
I'm actually interested to see how people listen to this podcast.
Okay, everyone should tweet in or write in.
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, tweet us.
So do you
Right.
like... Is there a reason why you like listening on your computer?
I do it at work, so
So that's why he's not
just-
working.
Yeah, I don't do a
That's
lot
why he has
of
to
work
leave
at
his
work.
job.
Yeah, I can say that now because I quit. I just put my earphones right into the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, resigned.
Quit is such a dirty word.
Yeah.
You quit smoking,
Yeah.
and bad.
No, you resigned from smoking.
Yeah,
See?
you never hear that, do you?
No.
No. Yeah, I put my
You
earphones in the
don't
laptop
give the
and-
cigarette a letter of resignation.
Well,
I'm gonna
Hold on.
I'm gonna quit you in 2 weeks.
Was quit usually in relation to something that's bad? Is that kind of how it works? Or a habit?
well, if you
What
think
do
about
you-
games, they're like, are you sure you want to quit? They're not. Are
Yeah,
you sure
you
you want
always-
to resign from playing?
You always quit.
Nintendo pop up with that. They're like, you've been playing for 2 hours.
Oh, I
Do
hate
you want to
that.
have a break?
Yeah, that's good. I think that's really good. That games should do that.
Yeah, it should, but
But then you go, no, keep playing. My head hurts, but it's fine.
When you play 3DS, and you're like, oh, it's really good.
My eyes like, just spazzing
I've
out.
seen you've actually come into work one day with your eyes fully bloodshot.
Full red, 'cause
and I'm-
from Dishonored.
yeah, and I was like, what did you play? And you were like, video
Dishonored
games.
all night.
Just video games all night.
Way too late till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Good game. Good game. But yeah, that's us.
Yeah, I'm
That's
Lucas
the
Winningslow.
podcast. I'm Reese Winningslow.
Douglas Bright.
And thank you, special guest.
Tom Dean.
Yeah. See,
Da-na-na.
sounds better than you, Doug. You jerk.
We didn't swear at all.
See you guys. Doug did. He dropped the F-bomb.
Bugger. Farewell.